I'm going to look at the Ventus Velocore Plus Blue 5S, and I'm going to compare it to the Velocore Plus Black 5S. Now the number on the shaft basically relates to the weight of it. So the 5 is 50 grams, give or take, and then the 6 is 60, 7 is 70, so it gets heavier as you go up in the numbers. Sometimes it's quite nice going to a lighter shaft because you can create more speed through the ball, in theory. And generally speaking, it's just a little bit easier to use if you're not feeling quite 100%, or it's a little bit easier than grabbing something like a 7 and having to go flat out every time. So I have already hit a few shots with both of these shafts. They're really quite good. Normally, previously in something 50 grams and stiff, it would be quite wobbly, it would be quite varying. It might go a little bit too high because the tip's a bit more active and stuff, but they just work. And in a 5 stiff, bearing in mind last year I used the black 6X, so heavier and stiffer. So this is 2 steps down really in theory. If I absolutely step on one, do I feel like I lose control? Because when the shaft bends, it releases into the ball. If it bends and releases with too much force on it, it's going to vary a lot more. So if you go too light and too soft and flexed, you kind of get a bit more spread than normal. That's when you need to go stiffer. So can I step on one? What happens with it? Yep, it's fine. Here's the straightest shot of it. Because of the Velocore tip technology. I've missed the middle line by 1 yard. Lovely. And that's only because of the slope on the fairway anyway. All right, well, that works. Let's have a go with the black. I'm just hitting these on neutral standard. Nothing fancy, nothing jazzy. Triple diamond 9 degree, nothing fancy with the lofts. So first impressions is I can feel the extra rigidity. Now I'm going from one shaft to another, so I feel the difference straight away. Once it's in your bag, it is what it is. But a couple of casual shots. Absolutely slapped it off the toe. Couldn't really strike that much worse without missing the ball. Still carried 290, I'm 298 in the rough, fair enough. It behaved itself pretty well for that strike. Ugh. And to see that shot come out, I'm pretty happy. Oh, that was awful. Got to delete that one. Complacent. Got to the top and went, no. Yeah, ignore that one. And that one. Oh, where's your swing gone? Technical glitch. Technicality being me. 1 sec. This is the thing about YouTube reviews. It's like, you get tired. Well, mentally tired. Fuck off! What are you doing? I'm trying to rush. Get to the, yeah, true. Thing is, before recording, I had like a perfect set of data. I didn't even have to try. I'm just gonna get rid of the last 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the black. Let's make it 7 on 7. Relax, relax, go. Yep. It's there. And it's delightful. Well, that's a good reaction from missing the fairway 4 times in a row. 330 in the middle. So when you swing it like an absolute muppet, it doesn't matter what shaft's in your hands, but when you actually concentrate, hit a good shot, we get this. So main thing I want to look at first is the peak height, so the highest point the ball reaches. We've got the blue here, peak height 113, black here, peak height 106. So we've got a lower threshold for height from the black shaft. On average, the variance is 12 yards, the variance is 11 yards, so the variation between both shafts are the same, but we've got higher and lower, which is delightful. Draw spin on average, the average draw spin with the black shaft is 279 draw. With the blue shaft, 320 draw. So I get a little bit more draw and curvature to the left with the blue, which makes sense because it's got a slightly softer profile. So my delivery, I'm 2 degrees into out on the blue and I'm 1.9 degrees into out on the black. I'm getting the same sort of path to there. The blue shaft gives me a little bit more draw spin from that delivery. 3.1 up on the black, 3.9 up on the blue, so I'm a little bit more up on the blue, not as up on the black. Could be because of the bend profile, how it bends and releases into the ball. It could just manipulate that bit a little bit, just because of where it bends in the shaft. My swing speed, 11.8 against 112.0, 0.2 mile an hour in it. I'm delivering quite consistently between all the shots. Interesting. Dispersion rings, pretty much exactly the same. It's just that height. So that height being that little bit lower with the black. In comparison, we've got a little bit higher launch on the blue, a little bit higher spin on the blue. 291 against 291, 312 against 311. They're doing the same thing. The main thing is that the blue shaft is slightly higher with slightly more draw compared to the black. The black keeps the flight down and just not quite as drawy. Very subtle differences. They're both absolutely delightful shafts. If I already had one, I wouldn't feel the need to go to a different one to get the change. I'm still hitting a good shaft. It's not a massive contrast. If I don't have one of these at all, then I'm going to be picking the one that suits my shot. If I lose the ball to the right a little bit more often than not, then the blue's just going to help. If I hit the ball too high, the black's going to bring it down. If I hit the ball too low, the blue's going to bring it up. And I consistently see these differences in the Velocore shafts. If I've got someone that just needs a little bit more peak height, then, you know, going from black to blue to red, we're going to go higher, higher, higher. When we need something lower, when we need something more stable, we consistently see lower flight with the black. It's a nice thing to do for me as a fitter, to see those results, because I can trust exactly what's going to come out. And I've done a few blind fittings where I don't have the full spectrum of the demo kit, and we're getting like certain flights with two of my demo clubs, and it's like, oh, okay, I just need to drop the blue in the middle. Or last year I had the black and the red. When I had the black and the red, and the black was too low and the red was too high, I just dropped a blue in the middle, got it in, and then tested it after the fact, and it worked. But get involved, subscribe if you want to see more videos, because I've got loads of demo kit that I'm going to do loads of comparisons on. Probably going to do a test on the 6X with Kyle shortly, although it might come out a day after or so, whatever. But stay tuned, you'll see that video, and we'll see you there.